السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. نشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن سيدنا ومولانا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق، خلق الإنسان من علق. وقال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم: ذلك شهر يغفل الناس عنه بين رجب ورمضان، وهو شهر ترفع فيه الأعمال إلى رب العالمين، فأحب أن يرفع عملي وأنا صائم. صدق الله العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم، ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين، والحمد لله رب العالمين. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the worlds. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has granted us friends and family. All praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to whom we submit for every single blessing that He has given us, from the hair on our head to the toes on our feet. All praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for allowing us to witness this month of Shaban, the 8th month of the Islamic calendar, and we are on the 8th day. And the great Sufi scholar by the name of Abu Bakr al-Warraq al-Balkhi, 9th century scholar, he said, whose nephew was Imam Tirmidhi himself, was one of the Siha Sitta, mashallah. So Imam Balkhi, he mentioned that مثل شهر رجب مثل الريح, that the month of Rajab is like a breeze, it's like wind. And then he said ومثل شعبان مثل الغيم, the month of Shaban, the month that we're in right now, it's like the clouds that are filled with rainwater. ومثل رمضان مثل المطر, and the likes of Ramadan is just like when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allows that rain to fall upon us. That's the beauty of Ramadan. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us some blessings and blessings and blessings leading up to that blessed month of Ramadan. So we expect it and we appreciate it as it comes. Because sometimes when things just come to us, all of a sudden we don't appreciate it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed us to feel the breeze of Rajab last month, and we were able to benefit during that month. That's why the Prophet ﷺ said, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Shaʿbān wa ballighna Ramadan. That Allah allow us to benefit and have barakah in the month of Rajab, and Shaban allow us to reach the month of Ramadan. And in this month of Shaban, we begin to witness, people, the masjids are open, mashallah. They're preparing for Taraweeh. They're preparing, individuals are preparing to go out for Taraweeh. They're leading Taraweeh out of state, or they're getting their iftars ready. So we have the preparations coming in this beautiful month of Shaban. And when Ramadan comes, they're going to hit the floor running, mashallah, because they prepared for that month. They prepared for that month in the month of Rajab and in Shaban. So when that mercy descends, they're going to catch every single drop of it. Every single raindrop of mercy that's going to come in Ramadan, they'll be able to catch it. Why? Because they're fully ready, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically ready. And that's how we make the most out of that month. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely, always, every single day, He's ready to give us this mercy. Every single day. And He's telling us, are you ready? Are you ready? Because Rajab came and it's gone. Shaban is here now. Are we ready? Are we ready for the month of Ramadan? What did we do different? Did we do anything different last few days? We check ourselves. Did we do anything different last month? If we didn't do anything different, that means we're not ready. If we're changing some amal, that means we're preparing. We're showing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala we're doing something. Just like, for example, you have a big interview coming up. You don't just say, oh, I'm just going to wing it, mashallah, I'm just going to dress nice, I'm just going to go and just wing it. You don't think they're going to be able to tell that you just came without any preparation? What's the job about again? Oh, it's about, oh yeah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows when you prepare and when you don't prepare. And your a'mal show when you prepare and when you don't prepare. And even if you might be able to trick human beings, not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Not Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right? He knows the thoughts that are in your conscience. The actions that you'll do before you even perform them. And the Prophet ﷺ said about this beautiful month in a hadith, very, very important hadith, narrated by Usama bin Zayd. قال قلت يا رسول الله لم أراك تصوم شهرا من الشهور ما تصوم مثل شعبان ما تصوم من شعبان. That I have not seen you fast in any other month like how you fast in the month of Shaban. I've witnessed, I've seen you. And I witness and I pay particular attention to every single action that you do. And I've never seen you fast like how you do in the month of Shaban. So he's basically asking, why is that the case? Why do you fast like the entire month? If you read all the other hadith, Aisha radiallahu anha, Salama, they all say the same thing. That we haven't seen Prophet ﷺ fast for 2 months in a row, besides the month of Shaban and Ramadan. So he said, why is that the case? Prophet ﷺ told him, ذَلِكَ شَهْرٌ يَغْفُلُ النَّاسُ عَنْهُ. That's a month where people are completely just in their own world. They're completely oblivious. يَغْفُلُ, ghafla takes place. They're just completely ignorant. They're aloof. Why? يَغْفُلُ النَّاسُ عَنْهُ بَيْنَ رَجَبْ وَرَمَضَانِ. It's that time between the Rajab, where we got excited, where we started reciting the dua, Allahumma barik lana fi Rajab wa Shaban wa ballighna Ramadan. And then we got excited, and then that excitement kind of dwindled away. And then it was Shaban, and we started doing other things, and like, oh, Ramadan's here. Prophet ﷺ said, وَهُوَ شَهْرٌ تُرْفَعُ فِيهِ الْأَعْمَالِ إِلَىٰ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. He said, in this month, which people are completely neglectful of, this is the month where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise our deeds. Our deeds will be raised and presented to before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's on this month. This month that we're in right now. It will be presented to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the Prophet ﷺ said, and remember, this is the Prophet ﷺ, he's sinless. He's sinless. So he said, فَأُحِبُّ أَن يُرْفَعَ عَمَلِي وَأَنَا صَائِمٌ. I would love that my deeds be raised when I'm fasting. I would love that my deeds be raised when I'm fasting. That's why I fast in this month. That's what the Prophet ﷺ told Usama bin Zayd. It's that time when everybody else is doing something else, but you're focused with the ibadah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just like the Prophet ﷺ, he said that ينزل ربنا تبارك وتعالى كل ليلة إلى السماء الدنيا حين يبقى ثلث الليل. Just like every single night, what happens? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends at the last third of the night. And He says, مَنْ يَدْعُونِي فَأَسْتَجِيبُ لَهُ. Who's making dua? Last third of the night. What do we all do usually? We're sleeping. The entire world is sleeping. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes. Who's making dua? So I can respond to their dua. مَن يَسْأَلُنِي فَأَعْطِي مَن يَسْتَغْفِرُنِي فَأَغْفِرُ لَهُ. Who's asking me for things so I can give it to them? Who's seeking forgiveness so I can forgive them? This is another moment. Just like Shaban is that moment, it's the entire month though. Yeah, at night is difficult, sometimes we're sleeping. But guess what? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us that opportunity every single night. Okay, that's that portion of the night where everybody is doing one action. They're focused on their rest. They're focused on, let me wake up for work, let me wake up for school, let me wake up for X, Y, and Z. And in Shaban, it's the same thing. I'm just thinking, setting my schedule for work for Ramadan. But what are you doing right now, though? It's not. How do you prepare for something? It's not just mentally. Oh, I'm gonna take days off in Ramadan. Okay, good, mashallah, that's great. Yeah, I'm gonna take last 10 nights off, do i'tikaf, inshallah. I'm gonna do this much Quran. You're not gonna be able to do that if you've not been doing that for the last 10 months. Not been doing that for the last 11 months. You're not going to just randomly just have the energy to do it on top of that while fasting. Take some type of preparation. That's why the Prophet ﷺ himself, this is a man who received nubuwwah at the age of 40 and who fought in all of these battles after that. That shows you his strength. Emotional, mental, physical strength that he had. That's what he used to do to prepare. If the best do this to prepare, then we try to at least have some type of emulation take place. No? Something. Allama ibn Rajab al-Hanbali, he stated another statement of Abu Bakr al-Warraq al-Balkhi. Famous statement that you might have heard. He says, شهر رجب شهر الزرع وشهر شعبان شهر السقي للزرع وشهر رمضان شهر حصاد الزرع. Abu Bakr al-Balkhi, he states that Rajab is the month that we sow our seeds. And Shaban is the month that we irrigate those crops. And in Ramadan is when we reap that harvest. If we didn't plant the seed, how are we going to expect to be fully prepared when Ramadan comes? You know your body better than I know. You know your body better than anybody else. It takes maybe a day, maybe 2 days, maybe a week for us to adjust to fasting. We all know we have to fast. We're going to fast. Yeah. And we always hear about making the most out of the month of Ramadan. How are we going to make the most out of it? We've got to start doing some of those a'mal right now. We plan to read some Quran then. Read some Quran now. You plan to fast. You already are going to fast. So might as well get the most out of that fast by fasting some days now. You're going to make dua then? Yes. Start making dua now. As Anas radiallahu anh, he stated that سئل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم أي الصوم أفضل بعد رمضان. We all know Ramadan fasts are the best. So he asked the question before the question was going to be asked. He said, which fasts are most virtuous after the fast of Ramadan? Because we already know about Ramadan. He said, Shaban li ta'adhim Ramadan. Shaban, in order to glorify the month of Ramadan. That's the best fast. فَأَيُّ الصَّدَقَةِ أَفْضَلُ. He said, which sadaqah is the best? He said, صَدَقَةُ فِي Ramadan. That charity, which sadaqah is best? That charity that you give in the month of Ramadan. So this month right here, Shaban, in order to, we fast in order to honor the month of Ramadan. It's here right now. There's no more waiting. And a few weeks left, we will be full-fledged in Ramadan. And we'll be fasting. And we all know how much patience we have while fasting. Al-Mu'mineen Aisha radiallahu anha, she used to say that the Prophet ﷺ used to fast the entire month of Shaban. Entire month. And then, I said to him, O Messenger of Allah, is Shaban your most favorite month to fast? Is Shaban your most favorite month to fast? He said, in this month, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prescribes a list of individuals that are going to pass away this year. So I wish that my maut comes, my death comes when I'm in a state of fasting. Now, because siyam, fasting, is one of those deeds that you can't literally do for anybody. Other amal, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the rewards of it. Whether it's praying salah 25 times, 27 times, whether it's giving charity, it alleviates, it removes the wrath of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They're all mentioned. But what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say in regards to fasting? He said, "As-sawmu li wa ana ajzi bi." That fasting, that's for me. That's for me, and I'm going to reward you for that. It's not 10 times, it's not 100 times, it's not 700 folds. You can't even think about the number that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala rewards you for this. No. It's a number that we can't even fathom. And the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, they would be making up some of their fast of Ramadan in the month of Shaban. The Prophet ﷺ would join them. So it would be a family. It would be a family occasion. It would be a family affair. Everybody would be fasting. The entire household would be fasting. So that spirit of Ramadan that was ignited in the month of Shaban, with having suhoor together, or having iftar together. I'm not saying go from zero fast to just 100% start fasting the entire month of Shaban if that wasn't your practice. So start it off slow, because you at the same time want to have 100% energy when Ramadan comes. Okay. So we're still in the first 15 days. And the Prophet ﷺ, he encouraged us the entire month, besides the last 1 or 2 nights, because you want to be at full energy when Ramadan hits. And next Thursday night, mashallah, we have the 15th of Shaban coming, the Laylatul Bara, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala descends in a manner that He knows best on that night, in the middle of that night in Shaban, and He forgives every single individual more than the fibers that are on the sheep of Kalb, which is a tribe, and this tribe, mashallah, had hundreds, if not thousands, of sheep. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is indicating, Prophet is indicating that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves to forgive, especially on that night. And that will be next Thursday night. This is our means, opportunities that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us night after night, day after day, month after month. That He will forgive every single individual on that night, except that individual who has shirk, and except that individual who has some hatred in their hearts towards their fellow individual. Except these two. But besides them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive. So the ball is in our court. And to wrap up with one last statement by Imam Shafi'i rahmatullahi alayh. He says that I have heard that du'as are accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on 5 nights. The night of Jum'ah, the nights of Eid, the 2 nights of Eid, the first night of Rajab, and the 15th of Shaban. 15th of Shaban. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the tawfiq to perform the deeds of Ramadan in the month of Shaban, which are fasting, recitation, Quran, dua, all of these amal of Ramadan, so our deeds will be ripe once Ramadan hits. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.